been on Kick and somebody claimed that they were 15. They didn't look 15 to me. And I drove to this gas station.
Due to the graphic nature of this video, viewer discretion is advised. Everyone in this video is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Do not attempt to contact, harass, bully, or threaten anyone in this video. This video is to raise awareness of the dangers of online predators. Parents, stay vigilant and be aware of what your children are doing online. Do not try this at home.
We are in Marion, Indiana again. The man being caught today in another sting operation is a man named Michael. Michael is a lot older than most of the men that we catch. Michael is actually 77 years old. And I know it's just crazy to think that a man the age of 77 would be caught doing this. But as we said before, there is no typical predator. A predator could be any race, any gender, and any age. We caught Michael on the app Meet Me, and a lot of you know that Meet Me is one of those apps that we just keep catching more and more guys on. So here is Michael's profile. Pretty basic profile, nothing really crazy, just Michael, 77 years old, from Indianapolis. Here's a couple pictures of Michael. So Michael messaged one of our decoys. Michael says, "Hi Fel." He comments on the picture, says, "Hi Fel." Then the message says, "Was starting to say fellow Hoosier. You said just ask. So when did you last?" That's his first message. Like, come on, Michael, you're 77 years old. Like, you think by now you would have a little bit more swag to you, bro. Like, that's your first message? When did you last? Come on. I mean, what is that, bro? Decoy says, "Huh?" Michael said, "You said to ask you, pretty girl. How often do you masturbate? I'm Michael in Indianapolis." Way to start off a conversation, bro. The decoy says, "I didn't to ask me anything. What you mean?" I think the decoy meant to say, "I didn't say to ask me anything. What you mean?" Then Michael says, "Your profile on here says you are 70 years old, and the only thing in your description of yourself area are the words ask me. So I was sort of teasing you. I'm Michael in Indianapolis." I think we got that, Michael. You said it once already, and your profile says it. How long have you been single? And you are quite pretty, by the way. Then Decoy asks for his number. He gives his number. Decoy messages him, says, "Hey Michael, it's from Meet Me." He says hello. She asks for a picture. He sends a picture. Michael says, "I'm very young, in my humble opinion, 77. Recently separated from my wife of 50 years. Can you send me a pic, please?" He sends another pic. Decoy sends a picture. Decoy says, "I'm kind of young." Michael says, "But seemingly quite mature, no?" Decoy says, "Yeah, I'm pretty mature for my age, but I'm 13. Is that okay or no? I get it if not." Michael says, "It's fine, sweet girl, if you don't mind how old I am." So right off the bat, Michael does not care. He simply doesn't care at all. "I'm 13 years old. That's fine." Decoy says, "What are you looking for?" Michael says, "What do you enjoy chatting about?" "Well, I like discussing sexual experiences, sexual preferences, and desires." The man knows what he wants. Decoy says, "So you're just on the app to text people?" Michael says, "Do you often get horny?" Well, if I could meet someone who we both decide we would want to meet and see how that goes, I would like that. Decoy says, so what you want from me, be honest. Michael says, I'd like you to get to like me first of all, I think. Michael says, I have 4 grown daughters and 6 grandchildren. So just truly despicable, man. Like, you have kids, you have grandkids, like, just truly despicable. I'm sure his family is not very happy with Michael right now. Then later, Michael says, have you tried phone sex? Have you met anyone in person? Decoy says, I've met a couple of guys. You? Michael says, not yet. What did you do with them? And that's something like almost every predator that we talk to, if they ask if we've met up with anyone from on the apps or anything, or have we ever hung out with an older guy, and we say yes, they always say, what did you do with them? Just such an annoying question. Like, it's just not a normal question you ask people, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Is that what people are doing? You meet someone online, you talk about hanging out, and you ask the other person, have you met anyone before? Like, what did you do with them? That's just a stupid question, man. All these predators ask that question. So the decoy says, stuff. Michael says, if I give examples, will you say yes or no, whether you did it or not? Decoy says, okay. He says, give head. Decoy says, yeah. Michael says, swap. Decoy says, no. He says, let him eat you. Decoy says, yeah. Michael says, fuck. Decoy says, no. Michael says, did you come? Decoy says, no. Then Michael says, you would with me. Decoy says, I would. Michael says, definitely. Decoy says, how? Michael says, do you matter? Decoy says, not a lot. Michael says, but you can make yourself come, right? Decoy says, I haven't. Michael says, are you in bed? Decoy says, yeah. Michael says, are you able to talk on the phone? I can give you my number. I want to make you come. Decoy says, not right now. My mom is still up. She will hear me. And Michael says, by telling you what to do. He says, after she goes to sleep. Decoy says, I don't know. I might fall asleep soon. Michael says, can't you talk very quietly? And mostly just listen and do what I tell you. In fact, you really won't need to talk much at all. Decoy says, what do you mean tell me what to do? Michael says, tell you how to play with yourself until you have an orgasm. You would love it. If not, it's perfectly fine if you don't want to. Did you make the guys come giving them head? Decoy says, I don't know, kind of awkward to do that over the phone. Michael says, no, it won't be awkward, I promise. You will like my voice and will get you relaxed so you can come. Decoy says, I'm not like in that mood right now. Michael says, will you please think about it for another time? I know you would enjoy it, and trust me, I'm very good at it. He meant to say I'm very good at it. Decoy says, so is that all you're wanting to do with me? Michael says, absolutely not. I'd love to drive up and play with you and make you come in person. Could we meet early tomorrow evening? Decoy says, in person? What would we do in person? Michael says, what you did with the other guys. Decoy says, that don't matter. You can be real. What do you want to do when we meet? Michael says, and believe me, if you let me eat your pussy, you will come. Decoy says, just because I'm 18 years old doesn't mean you're going to offend me. Then later, next day or so, Michael says, good morning, sexy. He sends a picture of himself. He says, can you please send me a selfie of you now? Decoy sends a picture. He says, such a cutie. Here, Michael sends another picture of himself looking kind of senile, honestly. And here Michael says, weren't we talking about us talking on the phone? Have you seen anyone, I think he meant to say in person, the last couple nights? Decoy says, have I seen anyone in person? What do you mean? Michael says, didn't you tell me you have a couple of gentlemen you have serviced? He says, seen in person from online. Decoy says, yeah. He said, suck them. I was hoping you would let me talk to you on the phone and see if we could get you to have an oral. Decoy says, I don't want to do that phone stuff. I'll talk to you on the phone, but I'm not on the app to do naughty phone stuff. Michael says, why, sweetie? Decoy says, I don't like that. Michael says, but you enjoy sex, right? Then Michael says, would you let me come to Marion tomorrow and we could meet somewhere? I have all day free. Decoy says, I don't know if I can tomorrow. I'll see if I can. What do you want to do? Michael says, play with each other. She says, can you be more specific? He says, eat each other. Decoy says, like cannibals? He says, yes. Decoy says, that's horrible. You want to eat people like a zombie? He says, of course. I don't know why he's playing along with this still, this cannibal stuff. Obviously, we all know what he meant by eating each other. But as far as like the law goes, that probably wouldn't be like, you know, enough for them to charge him on. Like just him saying eat each other. Decoy says, I don't want to eat people. That's messed up. I'm vegetarian. Why would you want to eat people? Michael says, why don't you have a Marion area code? So stupid. I mean, we have, you know, we have like plenty of different phone numbers we use, and not all of them are going to be in the exact area code that the person says they live in. And we'll always have guys, why do you have a Florida area code? Why do you have a Mississippi area code? Why don't you have an Indianapolis area code? As if people don't move, bro. Like, you never seen someone have an area code that's not the area code that they live in. You can't come up with your own conclusion that this person probably moved from that area code to a different area code. Just so fucking dumb, man. These guys are seriously the dumbest people on the planet, man. Then here Michael's talking about some scammers or whatever. He says, there are thousands and thousands of people online, especially in chat rooms, who are trying to scam each other. I'm clearly not saying that to you. Decoy says, yeah, not me. Michael says, but it is literally the reason I'm losing my 50-year marriage. Decoy says, what do you mean? Michael says, a woman in a chat room was so pissed I wouldn't give her money. She sent our conversation to my wife out of spite. So you can see why I'm nervous. Michael says, you know I was kidding about eating people, right? Decoy says, so what do you actually want to do? He says, nada. Then Michael asks, he says, let's go to Zangi. I've never heard of that app. Zangi. I've never heard of that. Google Chat, Telegram, Kick, or WhatsApp, K. I mean, if you don't understand, he wants to say something that he probably shouldn't say. That's why he wants to move to a different app. So they end up starting to talk on the app Kick. Predators love the app Kick because the messages end up disappearing. You log out of Kick, all the messages disappear. So here, Michael says, can you send a selfie with a smile, please? If you're busy, we can talk later. Decoy sends a picture. He says, darn, just my luck. Sexy picture, thanks. What? He says, with your cute tongue and obviously great breasts. Very nice. I'll let you go to bed, sleepyhead. And here he's talking about meeting. He says, I can come meet you anytime after school if you want to. We can meet at a restaurant or Starbucks. No pressure though. Then later, Decoy says, what do you want to do tomorrow? Michael says, go to park somewhere unless you have a better place. Decoy says, go park and do what? Michael says, preferably by eating your pussy, but with fingers if that's possible. Decoy says, you want to do that with me? He says, of course, sexy girl. Then here Michael says, how many of us are you talking to? Decoy says, huh? He says, the D has been staying on a long time. So what he's talking about, the D, so you see next to the messages, you see the R's, right? Well, when you send a message on Kick, it'll have an S for sent, and then it'll turn into a D, and that stands for delivered. That means this person got that message. So if this person's logged out of Kick, or if they deleted the profile or something, it will just stay like an S. It'll just stay as an S. But then it'll turn into a D once that person definitely got that message. and then it'll turn into an R when the person opened the message and they read it. So the R's are red. So that means, see this R next to the greens? That's red. That's telling me that Michael read the message. He says, the D has been staying on a long time. The decoy says, I'm not staring at Kick. Michael says, paranoia is creeping in. Decoy says, okay, well, I'll leave you alone. He says, okay, good night. Decoy says, so we're not meeting tomorrow then? Michael says, right. Decoy says, shaking my head. Then he says, it is very scary. He keeps calling her, the Kick name is different from the girl's name. And he keeps calling the girl the Kick name, and the decoy is saying, don't call me that. That's my middle name, blah, blah, blah. The decoy says, okay, but why make all the plans then immediately switch? Michael says, Bluffton Walmart and such long times between answers for two things. Decoy says, yeah, I don't immediately respond to every message. So weird. Michael says, maybe you're used to these assignations, but I'm definitely not. The decoy says, I might not respond for like 30 seconds, and you think that's suspicious, shaking my head. Michael says, believe me, I know the difference between 30 seconds and how long you were taking. You didn't say you were watching TV or playing tiddlywinks or anything. Decoy says, so what do you think I'm doing? What's it matter? I'm looking at stuff on my phone. Just so weird to act like it's suspicious that I'm not immediately responding the very second you say something. Michael says, we are just different in that regard. Just so stupid. Like, these guys are just like the most annoying types of people, bro. Like, you don't immediately respond to them, and he's acting like that's suspicious. Like, oh, I know the difference between 30 seconds. It's like, bro, like, nobody is immediately responding to every single message that they get on their phone, bro. Like, it's just crazy. Decoy says, no, you're being paranoid and weird. If I don't respond to something right away, that's nothing weird. That's how literally everyone is while talking. Michael says, I try and respond immediately. It is an old, young thing, sorry. Not us very old people, I apologize. Decoy says, but you don't respond immediately all the time. I don't know why you're acting like this. No one does, it's impossible. Michael says, I'm sorry. Then later Michael says, I would feel a whole lot better if you would send me a quick naughty pic, but I know you won't. And then way later Michael says, gotta pass, little one. Wish you all the best in the future. Be careful and be your own best friend, Kay. Decoy says, you're a stupid man. Michael says, not much argument there, pretty. Her name. Michael says, it's mostly that I can't afford to take the slightest chance at prison because at 77 and the P label, it would definitely be a life sentence, and I'm praying that I get to go to 2 or 3 of my granddaughter's weddings. You cannot imagine how much I want to be at the Walmart. Decoy says, fine, whatever. He sends crying emojis. Decoy sends, are you serious? Face emoji. Michael says, when you turn 18, I'll be a spry 82 and would love meeting you. Decoy says, I'm not meeting you when I turn 18. Michael says, I know. Then Michael says, you're just too cute and way too tempting. Decoy says, so why are you still messaging me? Michael says, I enjoy you, and I guess playing with fire. Decoy says, well, I don't really want to talk to someone that's plans and asks to meet me 3 times and flakes and then says they won't meet me. I don't like being messed with. Michael says, how are you going to get to the Walmart? I'm absolutely not messing with you. Decoy says, why does it matter? Michael says, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I might have an idea. Decoy says, why does it matter though? We aren't meeting now. Michael says, could you humor me please? Decoy says, what? Michael says, it's a saying, means could you just tell me? Decoy says, what? Michael says, how you were getting there at 6. Like, why does it matter? Like, honestly, why does it matter? But the decoy says, walking, or my neighbor can drop me off if she's home. Michael says, could I find another place nearby and text you at 5 and let you know where I am? Decoy says, why? Michael says, my very real paranoia. Probably stupid. Decoy says, what's the difference between meeting at Walmart and you finding a different spot? Michael says, just would make me feel better, I guess. Decoy says, why? Michael says, less chance of 5 police cars swooping in and whisking me away. Decoy says, if you think that makes any sense, that's sad. Which that was kind of risky for the Decoy to say this. I'll admit, that's kind of risky because he's like going along with it. Like, probably should have just said, okay, that's fine. But it's hard not to jump at the chance to like question how stupid these people are. Like, how is it less of a chance that cops won't show up at a location because you chose it? If you go to Walmart, they're probably going to show up. But if you pick some random location, the police aren't going to show up. These are the type of people that we're dealing with, y'all. This is the dumbest people on planet Earth. Michael says, you are delusional, right? Yeah. The Decoy, the girl is delusional. The girl is less chance of 5 police cars swooping in and whisking me away. Decoy says, if you think that makes any sense, that's sad. Michael says, you are delusional, right? The nerve of this man, bro. The nerve of this man. Decoy says, first off, I don't know why police would show up, shaking my head. And are you actually saying that police might show up to Walmart, but if we meet somewhere else, they won't? Very risky for the Decoy to say this. Michael says, that's why paranoia is listed as a mental disorder. Well, like I said, it was only an idea. Decoy says, it makes me nervous, you wanting to find another place and just text me and I'm supposed to just walk wherever you want. Michael says, never mind, sweetheart. I'm not wanting to make you uncomfortable, just a dumb thought. Decoy says, can we do a restaurant and you order some food while you wait for me and get a table? He says, absolutely. So he's fine with meeting at a restaurant, but not Walmart. It's not possible for cops to show up at a restaurant in Michael's brain. Then later, Michael says, mine has got to be no. Not because of the horrible risk, but because it would be evil. I swear I am not effing with you. I love you very much. I think he meant to say love, which is kind of odd because this whole time he's not said I love you at all. And not to mention that he doesn't even know this person. He's barely talked to this person. But he loves her, and he's never said I love this whole time. It's kind of weird. But I'm assuming he said I love, so I love you very much. But it is unquestionably in both our best interest, and I implore and beg you to stop doing this. There are lots of good boys your age. I know right now they are mostly immature creeps, but look closer and you will find one, probably very shy and afraid of you, but a guy who will really like and respect you, always be your best friend. Decoy says, shut up, you're annoying as and I'll do what the I want. This is actual anger from the Decoy. This is actual anger because it is so annoying. These people will talk to us for weeks and weeks and months sometimes, make plans and then cancel right at the last minute. Cancel the day before, cancel an hour before they're supposed to meet. It's so unbelievably annoying. The Decoy tells him to shut up and blah blah blah. And Michael says, okay. Okay. What about if I call you from the restaurant? We enjoy the food and each other, and then either I drop you off home if you trust me to, or just leave separately. Like, this man is just this. What is wrong with this man? He says, sorry, I'm such a dumbass. What I need to do is just come up now, find a place to eat, and read my book until it's time to text you. At least I'll be there. Then he sends an upside down picture. It's like the 4th upside down picture he sent. So he keeps going back and forth about meeting and not coming. Decoy says, yeah, I literally wrote, meant to say you literally wrote me a long paragraph about how, meant to say you're not coming and I shouldn't meet anyone. Michael says, I know. Plan is to eat, meet, talk, and then I can drop you off if you trust me to, or we can leave separately if you want. I want to find a place, let you know, and then I'll just read in my car. I have my books and my poetry to protect me. I don't even remember him saying this. I have my books and my poetry to protect me. A line from my favorite song, I Am a Rock by Simon and Garfunkel. Have you heard it? Decoy says, don't leave yet. I don't know exactly what time I can meet you. Decoy doesn't even entertain his stupid, like, small talk, bro. Like, I don't care about any of that shit. Michael says, please resend the Walmart address. My thread won't go back to it. Sorry. Decoy says, so we're meeting at Walmart now. Michael says, I'm just going to start there and find a nearby restaurant. Another upside down picture. Walking out the door. Then Michael picks out a restaurant to meet at. He definitely shows up there. He goes right inside, picks a table, and then we walk in and confront his ass. But I mean, it was a pretty successful catch. This dude was annoying as shit. Very happy to catch him. I mean, this dude, if someone is 77 years old and doing this, it's kind of alarming. Like, what have you done in your past? You're this old in life and you're doing this type of stuff. Just unacceptable. But yeah, hit the like and subscribe to help us expose more and more predators, get their faces out there. Become a supporter on Locals, where we post full screenshots of the conversation, uncensored confrontation. The videos on YouTube are censored. Don't read all the chat logs. So become a supporter on Locals to see all of those videos. But let's get to the confrontation.
No.
So we're at the cops, but we can get the cops here. You want to get the cops here? No. So you want to
Sit down so we don't make a scene.
Okay.
Yeah, that please.
Report for my safety and yours, okay?
I'm sorry.
I'm recording for my safety and yours. I don't know you, so
Okay, sure.
that way.
That's fine. I hear you.
So what are you doing?
Being an idiot.
Being an idiot. Well, what are you doing? Just be a little more specific.
I was just going to have dinner with a young lady and take her home.
Young? How young?
Pardon me?
How young? I'm sorry?
13. I know. You guys what something?
I think we're good for now.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Alright, thank you. Appreciate you.
So
You
you
get a
said
drink or something?
Oh, good. Thank
we're
you.
good.
Oh, you fine?
Yeah.
Okay, no boy.
Yeah.
No boy.
So
Shots of tequila. Knock off the edge.
so you said 13.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Right. And how old are you?
77.
77. Pretty old. That's a big age gap, don't you think?
Pretty big, yeah. Too big.
Too big.
I know.
So I mean,
I'm just ignorant. I knew. I called it off about 75 times, and then I
you
said,
did.
And then I finally said, okay, let's just have dinner, and I'll take it.
Right. Yeah. So we know the girl,
Oh, okay.
and she got caught. So that's what we're doing here.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I mean, what are you thinking, man?
I don't know, man. I wasn't thinking. I got kicked out of my house on my birthday, January 13th, by my wife. We celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary in August. I was in a chat room nasty chat room, actually.
What kind of chat room?
The first one that comes up on Google after when you put in free chat rooms, it's chatibus.us.
Can you go talk outside? Just
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me pay my bill. Can I? Oh, wait,
go ahead. Yeah.
No, but once you wait, now, can we go together when I pay my bill? Is that all right?
I think that's
Yeah. Miss, can I have my bill, please? Do I pay you?
Yes.
Oh, let me just get it to you right now, thanks.
Thank you.
Leave her a nice tip too.
Oh, no
Leave her a nice
question.
tip.
Yeah.
I always do.
Don't worry.
So, this chat room, like I said, it's the first one.
I have bad hearing. Can you
Oh,
talk
well,
louder?
let's just wait till we go out.
Oh, would you? That's okay.
Okay, so
Let's stand.
anyways, the first one, after this, like if you go into some place and they'll have the sponsored things online, and then it's the first one that's not sponsored. This chat room, it's chatib.us. Oh, thank you very much.
Have a good night.
You too.
She'll leave her like 100.
Huh?
She'll leave her 100. Maybe die.
Yeah, I wish I had 100. I'm in a pretty dire straits with my divorce situation.
But are you officially divorced?
My wife's getting ready to file. I've already seen my attorney. I think she sees her attorney.
You still live together right now?
No, I'm in a small,
Hotel?
studio
Oh.
and near Greenwood. And my first 15 nights after she kicked me out, I was in this sketchy Red Roof Inn about 82nd and Shayla. It was pretty nasty.
Right, yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty
let
rough area.
them sign this.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
You know, like, physical therapy, that closed. Yeah.
I went to Athletico for a long time. I had both my knees replaced.
Okay, so you were here to meet a 13-year-old girl, right? And you are 77 years old. What was the plan?
We were going to have dinner, and I was going to take her home or leave separately if she didn't want me to know where she lived.
Okay. Did you discuss anything like?
We discussed other things earlier.
Yeah, like what?
She said she had been with other older men, and I think given them hits and stuff like that.
She said that?
I think something like that. Yeah.
Did she say that, or did you ask that? And
I mean,
she said, yeah. Did she bring it up, or did you ask her?
I don't really remember.
You don't remember?
Not really. I mean, I can show you. We can look the text up if you
Yeah,
want.
do you have the text?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you saw all the messages?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have the messages too, so.
So then
I was asking you to see if.
I just know we talked about it. I don't. I don't specifically recall.
Well, I mean, it looks like you were asking her.
Okay. All right. Then
You asked her.
And I was. I believe you.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're asking her a bunch of sex questions, like what have you done and all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, is that an appropriate conversation to have with a 13-year-old?
Terribly inappropriate.
It is?
Yeah.
I mean, is this your first time doing something like this? Or have you done something
No,
like
not
this?
with it's my first time with an underage person.
First time. You're 77 years old, and all of a sudden you just happen to start having a sexual
Okay,
conversation.
let me sort of give you a little background on that. My wife and I hadn't, for many years, we hadn't really had any intimacy or basically any touching unless I'd asked her to hug me once in a while. And so after quite a lengthy period, probably about a year ago, I'm not sure.
I just want to make sure I hear what he's about to say. 'Cause
Yeah,
it has to be real important about what you come here to meet a 13-year-old girl.
Well, I mean, no, it's
all
not
the
important.
years
It's not
of-
important. It's just stupid.
I mean, all the years of not being touched has caused you to come rape a child today.
No,
That's wild.
well, no.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I got that.
No,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not using it as an excuse about this. This is obviously completely inappropriate
Then why'd you do it?
because I'm an idiot.
Because you're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I knew better.
So you still showed up here,
Yeah.
and so you felt sorry for what you did?
I do, yes.
Is that because we're here?
No, it's just because I'm stupid and I knew better and I shouldn't have done it.
But if we weren't here, you'd be hanging out with.
Yeah, I suppose.
What do you suppose?
Well, yeah, I would.
We're
We'd be having dinner, yeah.
Right, just dinner.
Yeah.
Because right before she was supposed to get here, you said we can make other plans. We can talk about it. So you were implying that you were going to make some other plans.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's what you said.
Okay, that's what I said.
So what was on your mind?
I just ignorance, I guess.
No, I mean, like, what was the plan? Like, what possibilities?
There wasn't one. I don't know.
No.
I was gonna leave it up to her.
Did you have any inappropriate conversations with her?
Well, we talked about that. Obviously, I did.
Like what?
Well, you got them in there.
I'm asking you.
I know you're asking me.
I want to know.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, can you take a moment and tell me who you are?
My name's Yod.
No, but I mean, who are you essentially?
My name's Yod.
Nice to meet you.
We are friends of the parent of the girl.
Oh, okay.
We told her not to come because she'd probably do something very bad to you because she's very angry. So we said we're going to come out here and we're filming for our.
There's the police.
We're
You called them?
Yeah, we didn't call them. But you did have sexual conversations with her, right?
I did.
You did.
Just getting a pizza.
Huh?
So you had. So you did have sexual conversations with her. Like what?
He's not getting the pizza, I don't think.
Oh, he's not getting a pizza.
Oh.
So, do you want to explain to the police officer what you're doing here?
No.
No.
Do you have your ID on you, man?
Yes, sir.
Michael?
Yes, sir.
What's going on tonight, Michael?
I'm sorry.
You know what's going on tonight?
Yes, sir.
Well, explain to me what's going on.
I had arranged to have dinner with a 13-year-old girl, which was stupid, and I'm sorry that I did it. I knew better. I canceled about 52 times, but everybody. So you basically lied and explained.
What?
I think you basically lied and explained that police were involved.
You said I lied.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Does it matter if I lied?
I mean,
Is it okay? Is it not okay that I lied?
Yeah,
to you?
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
That's what you're upset about?
No.
You're upset that.
No, I'm not.
Do you know what?
We didn't call
No,
you.
I'm
police.
not.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I do?
I'd throw my hands up too.
Yes,
A
I know.
77-year-old man
Right.
coming to me, a 13-year-old girl,
Right.
after you had conversations with her.
Right.
So I don't really care that you're mad that I lied.
I'm not mad
I
that you
do
lied.
not care. Sir.
I know. I'm
You're
sorry.
here to do something. One
I
of the worst
apologize.
things you can do in life, and
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
you're here to do.
So I want to know a little bit more about your conversation in there about your wife. You said she caught you on a dating site. And she
Well,
kicked you
no, I
out,
don't think I
right?
need to do that.
Oh,
No.
you don't want to talk now? Oh.
Well, I wouldn't think. Why would I do that if the police are here?
I mean,
Really?
It's
Show
just
some
case.
remorse?
I'm sorry?
Show some remorse for what you did?
I said I'm
You're
stupidly sorry.
You're stupid. So would you look at the girl's mother of the child tonight and say,
I
"Oh,
wasn't
I'm
going to
stupid"?
anyone. I have.
Sir, if you have sex with a child, that's rape. Okay, a child cannot consent. So you
Right.
raped a child tonight. That's what you came to do.
No.
And would you look
No,
at
it's
her
not
mother
what
when
I-
she talked to you?
No, I
and
wasn't.
you would say, "I'm sorry."
then clear that up. I'll give him a minute. I'll let you
I am
clear that up.
sorry.
You
I
weren't
am
going to rape her.
sorry.
What were you
I
going
am
to do?
sorry.
What were you going to do then?
I am sorry.
Still want to clear that statement up? That's okay. Alrighty.
7 years. Less plans.
Children, right? You watched your kids grow up that age. And then you came out here to meet a 13-year-olds.
Let's just go with what you say. Say you just came here to have dinner with us. You think it's appropriate just to meet a child online randomly?
No, I
and
do.
drive 2 hours?
No, I don't. I don't think it is.
Well, I'm just trying to get to. I'm just trying to
What made it right
understand.
tonight?
There is no way to understand.
There's no way to understand why you came out here and did this.
There's no. excuse for it. There's no rationale for it.
I'm not trying to make you I don't want you to say something and try to make it right.
No, I'm not.
I want you to truly
I'm not.
tell me, what were your thoughts? What was your thinking?
I'm truly telling you that I was ignorant. I was. I guess I've historically been a sex addict, probably.
Do you ever seek professional help for that at all?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I have. I had
Are
counseling.
you doing anything currently?
No, not currently.
How long have you known you've had that as a sex addiction issue?
Well, I guess I sort of suspected for a long time, but I went to counseling and.
Michael, you want to talk to me for a minute?
Sure, sir.
Okay, I'm going to read you your rights real quick, okay? Not under arrest right now. I'm just reading your rights, okay?
Okay, yeah.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything said can will be used against you in court of law. You have the right to hearing. Nothing more than you want to tell me what's going on tonight?
No, sir.
What's that?
I said no, sir. I'd like to have mention.
Those rights?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, go put your hand right.
Oh, here. Put this in my
Yeah, go put your hand down. Anything in your body that comes out?
Hey, oh God, this is crazy.
He's not getting the pizza, I don't think.
Use this, sir.